Hello students, in beginning of this chapter discussed Oersted experiment. What is meant by Oersted experiment? Suppose I am taking a one conductor or coil. Suppose I am taking a one conductor. Okay, this is a conductor. It has some current flowing I into the conductor. The one end of the conductor is A and other end of the conductor is B. So current I is flow from A to B. Now I am placing compass needle above the conductor. Magnetic compass needle. Actually, this is this direction. When current is flowing into the conductor, what happened? It can be deflected. Understand? When current is flowing in the conductor, when you place the compass needle above the conductor, it can be deflected. This deflection due to only current. So the deflection means it shows the magnetic field direction. Magnetic field direction. So this magnetic field is produced by the current. So here magnetic field is produced by current flowing in the conductor. That is the Oersted experiment. Now the current produced by magnetic field it is possible or not. So yes, it is possible. It was explained by the scientist Faraday. It was explained by the scientist Faraday. Faraday says that current produced by magnetic field. Here magnetic field is produced by current. Current is produced by magnetic field. This was explained by the scientist Faraday. He is introduced the one topic electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. In this topic, we understand how the current is produced by the magnetic field. This was explained by the Faraday. Faraday says that when conductor is moving inside magnetic field, Faraday says that when conductor is moving inside magnetic field or magnetic field is changing around fixed conductor. So when it is possible, conductor is moving inside the magnetic field. Conductor is moving inside the magnetic field or magnetic field is changing around the fixed conductor. We are arranging one place fixed conductor, that is conductor is in rest position. We are changing in surrounding of the conductor, magnetic field is changing. In that situation, it induced the current in circuit. When you changing the magnetic field around fixed conductor, in that situation induced current is developed in that circuit, or conductor is moving inside the magnetic field. In that situation the current is developed in the circuit, that is induced current. So here what we are understanding, main words is magnetic field compulsory is going to changing. Okay, in that situation only induced current is developed in that circuit. For example, I am taking one coil. This is the one coil. The ends of the coil is connected to the galvanometer. What is meant by galvanometer? What is the use of the galvanometer? Galvanometer means it is a device to measure the current with the direction. It is a electronic device. It is electronic device to measure the current with the direction. This device can be helpful to find out the current along the direction. The specialty of the device is it shows the current direction also. That is the advantage of the galvanometer. It measures the current as well as the direction. Now I am taking one magnet having two poles, north and south pole. This magnet coming towards the coil C1. The magnet coming towards the coil. This coil is in rest position. Magnet is in moving. Here magnet is in motion, but coil is in rest position. When the magnet coming towards the coil, you will observe in the galvanometer, in beginning of the galvanometer, the needle indicates the direction is 0. After when the magnet is moving towards the coil, it shows the deflection. The direction of the current is opposite to the motion of the magnet. So here magnet is moving this direction, but deflection of the galvanometer shows the opposite direction. Okay, so it shows the deflection. Deflection means it shows the current or not. So here current is induced by the magnetic field. Here current is induced by the magnetic field. We are changing the magnetic field. Here current is developed. The developed current we called as the induced current in the circuit. Now the bar magnet is moving away from the coil. The bar magnet moving away from the coil. Here coil is in rest position, but magnet is moving away from the coil. So the direction of the coil is away from the coil. The direction of the magnet is away from the coil. Through the galvanometer. So first of all, galvanometer is at 0. Deflect towards the left hand direction. Towards the left hand direction. Here towards the right hand direction. Here towards the left hand direction. So it shows the some current, but is in opposite direction. But it is in opposite direction. So what we are understanding here, magnet is moving away from the coil. The galvanometer shows the deflection, but in opposite direction. That means here induced current is developed in the circuit, either moving towards the coil or away from the coil in the circuit, induced current is developed. This is the first experiment explained by the scientist Faraday. From this experiment, what we are understanding? This is the first experiment. Observations. From the experiment, what we are observed? So first case is when magnet moving towards coil C1. When magnet moving towards the coil C1, then galvanometer gets deflection or shows the deflection. The magnet is moving towards the coil, galvanometer gets deflection. Galvanometer gets deflection means what we are understanding? Current are produced in circuit. In that circuit, current is produced. Second, when magnet moving away from the coil C1, the galvanometer gets deflection. Now magnet is moving away from the coil, the galvanometer gets deflection, but direction is opposite, means galvanometer gets deflection but it is opposite to the first case. So it means current is produced in circuit but its direction reverse. Here current direction is reverse. Okay. In both cases, either magnet is moving towards the coil or away from the coil, galvanometer must get the deflection. It shows the deflection depending on the direction, but current can be produced. Here coil is in rest position, magnet is in motion and coil is in rest position. Magnet is in motion means we are changing the magnetic field, current is developed in the circuit. That is explained by the Faraday from the first experiment. If suppose both magnet and coil are in rest position, here coil C1 rest position, magnet is also rest position. Observe the galvanometer. In the galvanometer, deflection is 0. There is no changing in the galvanometer. It shows the 0. So what we are understanding here, current value is also 0. Current is not developed in the circuit when either coil and magnet both are in rest position. Current is not developed in that circuit. Okay, the both are in rest position, there is no developed current in the circuit. Conclusion from the experiment. Conclusion of the experiment: when there is change in number of magnetic field lines passing through coil. Change in number of magnetic field lines means change in the magnetic field through coil and induced current is produced in circuit. When a change in the number of magnetic field passing through the coil, the result is induced current is produced in circuit. Conclusion of the first experiment. Now Faraday's experiment 2. In Faraday experiment 2, I am taking two different coils of copper wire having large number of turns. I am taking two coils. This is coil 1. This is coil 1. This is coil 2. Okay, here how many turns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these two coils are different, having large number of turns. Now insert them over a non-conducting cylindrical rule. This is a non-conducting cylindrical rule. It does not allow the current. Okay, so this is coil 1, this is coil 2. Now coil 1 is connected to battery. This is the battery, positive, negative. Now coil 2 is connected to galvanometer. We already discussed what is the purpose of the galvanometer: to measure the current with respect to direction. Okay, now I am not placing any external magnetic field. This experiment 2, I am not placing any external magnetic field, but in case of experiment 1, I am providing external magnetic field with help of the magnet. But here I am not providing any external magnetic field, just I am taking two coils. Coil 1 is connected to battery and coil 2 is connected to galvanometer. That's it. When you switch on the circuit, what happened? In coil C1, some current I is flowing in the coil C1. So according to Oersted experiment, what we are understanding, in a coil some current is flowing in that coil, it around magnetic field is developed. So when current is carrying in coil 1, in coil 1 magnetic field is also developed. So in coil 1 magnetic field is developed. How many turns are there? Here compared to coil 2, here more number of turns are there. So here magnetic field is more. When it reaches to coil 2, magnetic field is changed. Due to the change in magnetic field, galvanometer will be deflected. That is observed in the galvanometer. At initial stage, you will observe the galvanometer is at 0. When you change in the magnetic field coil 1 to coil 2, the galvanometer gets deflected one side of the galvanometer. Okay. Now what we are understanding? Galvanometer shows the deflection means what we are understanding. In coil 2, induced current is developed. How the induced current is developed in coil 2? Due to the change in magnetic field from coil 1 to coil 2. You are changing the magnetic field from coil 1 to 2. The galvanometer gets the deflection. The galvanometer gets the deflection means what we are understanding. In coil C2, induced current is developed. That is the second experiment. Suppose I am changing the here battery connection. Same experiment, I am changing the battery connection. If battery connections is reversed, what happened? Here positive, here negative. I am changing the battery connections. Here negative terminal, here positive terminal. So now what is the direction of the current in the coil C1? From right side to left side. Okay. So current direction is from right side to left side. So when current is carrying in the coils 1, it around magnetic field is developed or not according to Oersted experiment. So due to that magnetic field change in coil to magnetic field, immediately galvanometer will shows the deflection that is opposite to the direction. So initial is at 0. The deflection of the galvanometer is opposite. Now galvanometer shows the opposite direction. Here galvanometer shows the deflection is right side. Here galvanometer deflection is left side, towards the left, towards the right side. So galvanometer shows the deflection means in the coil C2 has induced current is developed. And also one more point here, coil C1 or coil 1 we called as the primary coil. This coil 2 is called as also secondary coil. This is the primary coil, this is the secondary coil. Now this is the experiment. What we are observed from the experiment. Note down the observations. Observations. In first case what we are observed? When the current passing through coil 1. When current is passing through coil 1, what we are observed is magnetic field developed around coil 1. When current is passing through the coil 1, immediately the surrounding of coil 1 magnetic field will be developed. Next what we are observed? This magnetic field can change the magnetic field of coil 2. the magnetic field of coil A that will be changes into magnetic field of coil 2, and this change in magnetic field developed induced current in coil 2. The change in magnetic field that is developed in induced current coil 2. The induced current is developed in coil 2 due to the change in magnetic field. So galvanometer shows the deflection. That is the first observation. Next, second observation. In second case, what we are doing here, changing the direction of the current. When the direction of current is changed in coil 1, then induced current will be developed in coil 2 with change in direction. Here current direction is reversed. So why? Because we are changing the current direction coil 1, so induced current direction is also reversed. Now coming to conclusion of the experiment. What are the conclusion of this experiment? The change in number of magnetic field lines through a loop. This is the loop. If you are changing the number of magnetic field lines through a loop, what happened? It produced induced current in coil or loop. If you change in number of magnetic field lines through a loop, it produces the induced current. So what we are understanding? The magnitude of the induced current is depending on the number of magnetic field lines. The magnitude of induced current is depends on the number of magnetic field lines in a coil with respect to time. In 1 second, how many magnetic field lines travel in the coil? That will be developed induced current. That is depending on the number of magnetic field lines. So this is all about the electromagnetic induction. It was explained by the Faraday. We will meet in next section.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.